Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
The guy I know that lives in town, he's been in media for a long time. LG's worked with the guy. Nina has known the guy for a long time. He and I have crossed paths a couple times. I think I met our guest today. I think I actually met him at Davies Entertainment when LG was working there, because LG gave me a tour of the place, and I think I ran into Brian that day. All right, it's People I Want to Punch Wednesday. It's already Wednesday.
Yes.
And we got a guest today. He's got an appointment, so I want to get to him now because I want to promote something he's got coming up, and I'm going to try not to get emotional because I'm a dad.
Right.
So it was, a couple months ago maybe. Nina was like crying in the bedroom. She's got her laptop out and she's like crying, like, baby, what's wrong? And she showed me this post that our guest put down on maybe Facebook. Son was real sick and started off as mono. A lot of teenagers get mono, I had 2-3 buddies that got mono when I was in high school.
Same.
And it turned into a nightmare scenario. So on with us today, LG, is a guy called Brian Ramirez, who's a local guy, and he's done a lot of media, a lot of production, just a lot of broadcast stuff, a lot of media stuff for a long, long time. And he and Nina go way back, and Brian Ramirez and Nina go way back too, and I know Brian through them. And man, we're on here to promote a plate sale. Barry Poodle, San Antonio, because when you need help, hey, a plate sale. So we're going to have there's a plate sale for your son, Brian. So I just wanted to have Brian on here for a few minutes to tell his story because I want to promote this plate sale here for the next couple of weeks. I think it's on the 9th.
Yes, sir.
So Brian, I don't want to screw this story up, man, because it's so personal. And turns out your son came home from the hospital last night after a couple of months. Yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah. I didn't know that till we talked this morning.
Sir.
All right, man. So here we go. This is Brian Ramirez. All right, tell us about your son.
So he had just had the game of his life, high school football for Churchill. A great kid. He had a sore throat the next day after his birthday. He had just turned 16 and went to the hospital on that Sunday, or the ER here at the lawn, and they said he had mono. So, okay, mono, we all laughed about it because, people get it, and it's the kissing disease, whatever.
Sure.
Right.
But
he's a handsome boy. Away. It makes sense that he'd get mono from somebody.
He's handsome and jacked. Your ideal high school football player.
Yeah, man.
Great kid, and he just kept getting sick, so we ended up going downtown to the ER down at, Christus Children's, and they admitted him immediately because his throat was just super sore, swollen, couldn't swallow, couldn't really drink or eat anything. And then it just got worse and worse, and he ended up having a situation where his throat completely closed on him, so he was choking on his own throat. And they did a code blue, and they did some aerolized epinephrine. Thank God that opened up his throat enough to get a tube down, and it just kept getting worse. He ended up having an infection called Streptococcus aeruginosus, which causes necrolizing fasciitis, which just ate his entire outside of his neck, in his throat, and he had to have 8 surgeries where they cut across his throat, went in and just sucked everything out and took out all the bad stuff. And there was a moment there where we thought we weren't going to have him anymore. It was very scary. And throughout all this, a friend of mine offered, James Gonzalez at Honky Tonk called and said that he would like to do a plate sale. And I was like, man, I haven't really asked for help in a long time. It's really interesting. Because when you give and give and give and give, you never expect when you have to receive. So it was heartfelt and very heartwarming, and we accepted the offer, and we got people just coming in and offering chicken and sausage, and we have a lot going on. So we're gonna have the plate sale November 9th from 12 to 5 at La Honky Tonk, which is the old Augies off of Broadway, and
gotcha.
It's gonna be just opening. It's gonna be nice to have people come out. What we're gonna do is have chicken, sausage, rice, beans, potato salad, pickles, all the works, and it's going to help all through rehab. Because what people don't understand all the time is when you're hospitalized for over 3 weeks, you lose all your muscle. So he went from almost 200 pounds to 150, and he has a lot of work to do.
Okay.
So it's going to be a rebuilding process. He has rehab bills and stuff like that we're going to have to
Okay.
cover.
That is a lot right there, Brian. All right.
Yeah.
Take me back, dude. I've got 4 kids. Rudy's got kids. Not that you have to have kids to be sympathetic, but, when it's your baby.
I got 4 kids to feed.
Okay, thank you, LG. I do have 4 kids that I know of. No, I'm kidding. So, dude, I can't. I'm confused. How does mono turn into now? I'm sorry, we need to cut your son's throat open 8 times. Right. What you got to be thinking? Wait, what?
Right.
How the hell does mono turn? How did that go from mono to what it turned into?
Yes. So what happens when you have mono is your immune system drops.
Mm-hmm.
So he had this bacteria sitting in there, caught it somewhere, which caused a sore throat. Well, that bacteria became a super infection that was just tearing away at his throat, the inside of his muscles in his neck. Sorry, the inside of the muscles in his neck. So when they put the tube in initially, they were hoping that it would go away, that his throat would heal with antibiotics while they were looking for the bacteria or the virus or whatever it was. But what kept happening was it would just get worse and worse. So then a doctor came in, the ENT came in, Dr. Boston, incredible guy, said, I want to put a trach into your son to make sure we can operate on the throat if we have to look at the throat. So they ended up putting a trach in. And once they put the trach in, they looked down in his throat and they saw how bad it really was. They started to scrape away, started to pop pus pockets that had been growing in there. And then they're hoping that would work. But then a couple of days after that, he had a fever and he got hot and his swollen all right here. So they went back in and did a CAT scan, emergency CAT scan. And then they saw that the bacteria had spread. So that's when they had to go back in and they took the trach out and put a breathing tube back in and they started to scrape all the outside and inside of his neck.
So October 30th today, how is he? Is he back at school? What's his status
So
currently today?
as of last night, we're back home. We just got back home. He's able to eat again and talk again. He just has to watch certain things. He can eat. He can't eat everything. People don't understand how hard it is to swallow because we do it every day.
Right.
But the actual muscles it takes are so many that you need to use, and those muscles were scraped out and removed, and things were moved around in there. So now he has to reuse. He has to learn how to reuse his throat to eat again. And
so he
that's
just
part
got home.
Last
got home last night. But
how'd it go? How'd he sleep? How's he doing?
He slept like a baby. We all slept like a baby because I
God.
haven't been home either. We didn't want to leave him at the hospital at all. So me and Amanda's been incredible through all this. My wife has just been a rock in this family and taking care of him and being by his side. And we're happy to have him home because when a chaplain comes into your room, that's never a good sign. We're terrified.
Okay,
but happy to have him.
Well,
okay. It really did get to the point where you had a chaplain come in, and y'all.
Yes,
was there a moment where you thought, I am going to lose him?
Yes, sir. There was.
Jesus, Brian.
And
how long was that? Just a thought? Was it a day? Was it a week where you weren't sure?
It was a week of in and out of surgeries where you just don't know if you're gonna lose him. And every time he's going in does his surgery, you're just praying and hoping that things get better. But yes, there was definitely a time where Amanda and I thought we were gonna lose our son. That was one of the hardest things we had to go through as a parent.
So look, we joked at the beginning. Teenagers get mono all the time.
Yeah.
What are the odds that it turns into this? I'm thinking this is 1 in a million.
The odds are so rare that they asked us to authorize him being a case study to help other people in the world. So now he's a case study. Yeah, it was under 1%.
Okay,
and
so
every doctor came to see him yesterday, and they were so ecstatic and crying and hugging him. And they all even said, like, man, we didn't know if we were going to have you. So to hear the doctors admit that after the fact is scary, But it's also a blessing knowing that we still have him.
It's the thing that's crazy about it, Brian, is like, you get up, hey man, have a good day. You don't, it's a different perspective on life now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like making every day the fullest with your loved ones, not just your son now, probably, whoever is close to you in your life, whether it be friends, whether it be family. It's just like, tell people what you want to tell them because you may have a lower than 1% chance. Like we assume we're going to make it back home every day. And it's really not guaranteed.
Yeah, and you just don't let bullshit bother you anymore. Like,
right?
I was HEB and they're being rude to someone. Nothing bothers me anymore. I'm just like, man, I don't care. I just want it.
Well, I'll say this
Drive-throughs.
though,
I used to
Brian.
get mad at drive-throughs. So on our way home, our daughter, who's at Churchill too, she's a badass in softball, and she always laughs at me because we have a cool relationship. But I'm at a drive-through, and if the people are just ignorant and annoying, I get frustrated, super frustrated. But last
Yeah.
night they're like, "I can't hear you, sir." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Sir, I can't hear you." I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm just gonna drive off."
Right.
Things are different now,
Brian's never going to be mean to anybody again.
Well, I'll tell you
How
this,
about
Brian. Me being a Rough Rider, we're gonna
Yeah.
do play sales. Don't wear your Churchill stuff around here, man.
Hey,
Like,
you can do whatever you want.
I'm kidding.
We're going to something for him right now.
Dude.
I'm a Rough Rider, but I'll let the WC slide today. This is a great cause, man. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
and-
I'm glad y'all are home.
Well,
Look, man, go ahead, Brian.
And that's something I'm sorry. That's what I want to shout out to is just the whole community's come around. Coach Shaw has really been a lot, and he's come to the hospital a couple times, and you don't see that often where a coach comes to see somebody going through something. Media's been cool, like KSAC came out and did a story about it. You're helping me get the word out, and it's been really nice to see him have this support system. So now with that support system, it just needs to help him get through the rehab now, which is rebuilding. And as a teenager, you have an identity, and he's been jacked since he was 12 years old, working out, trying to get bigger and bigger, taller. So now he wants to rebuild. So that's what we're trying to get going.
Okay, so what did they talk? So obviously they let him come home. So where are we now going forth with rehab? Like what's next now?
Right.
How do we get jacked again and get back on our feet and get back to normal? How long does that look like him? Yeah.
Yeah, the outpatient PT that he'll have every other day, and then outpatient speech therapy where they work on his vocal cords and swallowing. And then after all that, Bebe's offered to help him. Bebe McClinton at All Sports has offered to help him rebuild. And that guy's working with Kelvin Johnson and a lot of great people. So he has a lot, but it's gonna be that long process of getting to walk strong and walk ready and run, and get more powerful enough to get on that training with Bebe.
Is he a junior, senior? What
He's a junior.
Okay, well, you try to find light in something that's awful. That he does get almost a year to come back and do what he loves.
Yeah.
So that's a plus in this dark time.
Yeah, and he's already joking about after I'm gonna move to defense, Dad, and after every tackle.
What was he playing before?
The irony of doing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he got the cool scar now.
It might be a 15-yard penalty. I'm not sure, but they might give him an exception.
They'll give him a pass. They'll give him a pass.
Yeah, I think he gets
Dude,
a pass.
okay, I know. Look, you just brought him home. There's a long way to go. I don't want to act like it's not a touchdown yet, to use another goofy football analogy. How are you doing, man? As men and fathers, we're the protector. We take care of our stuff. We provide. And when you have no control, how are you doing, man? That's it. How are you doing?
Now we're doing great that we're home. The hardest moment throughout all was when he was choking on his own air tube. I mean, if you're choking on food or you're choking on an object, you can do Heimlich, you can do CPR to get it out, take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
But when they're looking at you turning blue and there's nothing you can do at all, when you have no power, no control, and you're just relying on air to get through his own body, that's the worst feeling in the world. But luckily for all the nurses and doctors at Chris's Children's, they were able to get him breathing. But that was the hardest, man, just seeing him choking. And there was nothing that I could do or nothing that Amanda could do. But then when he's laying there and you're just relying on antibiotics, science, and God, then you're out of control. All you can do is pray and have faith and know that there is a higher power that is going to help you through this, and that whatever you believe in, just make sure that you stay positive and stay strong for them, because now he's making progress like nobody's business. They've said he already got out of bed a day after waking up, which you don't normally do after you're paralyzed and under sedation and on a ventilator for over 3 weeks. So. And then he started walking, a couple of days after that. And they're like, oh my God, this kid's incredible, and it's a miracle. And we're just happy. And we're very blessed to have him back home.
And if they can't make it the physical day, the QR code, they can just donate, right? Off the QR?
Or also I will be donating all of our extra plates to the Under the Bridge charities they have.
Awesome.
All right, man. So I'm not to get all up in your personal business. I can't even imagine the bill situation.
Yeah.
How has your insurance been during this time? Y'all's
insurance has been good, but there is that high deductible you have,
Right.
and the out of pocket fees, and then just it doesn't cover everything, so there are things that you have to cover, and also at work, being able to take time off.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Pet projects and stuff have been hard, but lucky we've had some help and we've had some money saved up.
You mentioned how rare this is, and how all the medical staff was coming over, and like they all got touched. If you don't mind me asking, where was he at? What hospital was he at?
Christian Children's, downtown.
Okay. All right,
and
man.
and every doctor, every nurse was incredible. I have nothing bad to say about that hospital.
Awesome. Can you imagine that? Because you're a doctor, but then a kid comes in and it's got something that you may have never even seen that you have to take care of, and this family brings this kid into you, and they're just like, help us. Everybody involved in this. It's a horrible thing that happened to him, but like you said, man, like your attitude's changed and stuff, and I guess it changes. Like the trajectory of his life now's changed. Like he now has this. It's before I got sick and after I got sick. I don't know him, but that's always going to kind of be with him now, and it seems like you, and it sounds like him too, has just a great attitude about it. He's already making jokes about playing again and stuff. So that's the fact that you guys are strong that way is good, man.
Yeah, it's an origin story, and I owe a lot of it to him being who he is. Amanda almost died when he was only 6 years old of leukemia. So our family's been through a lot. We had Amanda going through leukemia, and him going through this, but he's been strong throughout the whole thing. And I think let me close this light real quick. Sorry.
Okay,
good man.
Good man.
It's been super bright. It's been one of those things where he's been through so much as a kid, and you have to go through this now. It's as a dad, it's empowering to see your child be that strong, but it's also something that you see them taking it as, like I said, an origin story. What's going to help him become who he's going to be? He wants to be an agent, a sports agent. Awesome. And I was like, dude, you have it now. You can tell him, look, I fought for my life. I'll fight for yours.
Yeah.
Like a player, I'll get you that deal.
Figuring out the bio already. Heck yeah.
You have to figure out the pitch. We're just happy that he's strong and powerful, and he has a sister that's already joking with him and playing with him. And the house has been very. Last night was incredible just to be home. We hadn't been home in a while.
Awesome. You mentioned speaking. So I'm stupid question. Sorry, I'm just rolling with what you're saying. So he's having issues with speech.
Oh, so he isn't talking as loud as he was. What happens is when you have a breathing tube, down there for so long, our vocal cords are like a woofer, right? So they've been pressed in for so long that they hadn't used. So when he had it pulled out first, he wasn't speaking that well because you can't really hear because there's no action in the vocal cords. But now they're out and they're moving again. So he sounds great now, but he hasn't reached 100% yet.
All right. Well, maybe down the road, if you're okay with it, Dad, maybe we can have him on. If you guys
awesome,
would be okay with that, I think that'd be awesome to check on him ourselves. If you're cool with that down the road.
I think you would love
All right,
that.
man. So the Alessandro's Recovery Barbecue. It's $12 a plate. Jeez, pay more. Get 20. It comes down on November the 9th. We actually pick up the food. You have between noon and 5 at La Honky Tonk down on Broadway. All right, Brian. Look, I know you guys got to get to an appointment.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you making time for us. We just, we've been following you through prayer in our house.
Thanks very much.
Dude, every day I get home, I ask Nina, how's he doing? Because she has been hanging on every one of your posts, man.
Yeah.
Just if we get a day or two that goes by where you don't post, she's like, oh my God, I wonder how he's doing. I need Brian to post right now. I need to know right now. So we've been from afar. Just there's folks out there that have been following your story, man, and just throwing good vibes your way, brother. So thank you, man.
I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you very much.
All right, Brian. I'll be in touch.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, man.
Yes,
all right. Brian Ramirez, dad of Alessandro. You got a teenager.
Yeah.
Son's a football player, gets sick, and then turns into that. And then they're telling you, this never happens. We'd like to use your son as and then it's just so rare. Can we use your son's case as a case study?
Yeah.
It's the old, that stuff will never happen to me. That guy happened to him. Happened to his kid.
Better chance of getting struck by lightning.
Dang, man. So that's it. I really wanted Brian to come on today and tell his story. Crazy.
Yeah. So we'll have to share that on our socials. Have to share the plate sale.
Thank God I've never had to deal with major illness. My
not yet.
my 23-year-old. Let's see, how old was Sam? My little Sam was probably 7 or 8 weeks old and caught some sort of real bad respiratory infection, and we had to spend 5 days in the hospital. Called 911 because Sam quit breathing. Called ambulance came over. We got to get this baby to the hospital now. And as a father, I'm just what is going on? It's almost out of body,
Yeah, sure.
when your kid is sick like that. And here
And
I
you
am.
got no help. You're helpless.
Right. And it's like, so, my wife at the time gets in the ambulance with Sam. And so my job was to follow behind in the car. Like, I'm supposed to drive right now. I just imagine you're following an ambulance with your baby in it, in your car, and not having any idea what the blank's going on. So whether they're 7 weeks old or, in this case, 16 years old, when your kids get hurt, nothing matters anymore.
And it's never happened.
Who gives a shit if the Cowboys ever win another game? That don't matter.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Right.
It's such a kick in the reality tank.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, that's insane. Because he's right. We did make fun of the kids that had mono.
Oh, all the time.
Don't
Because
you
it was
stay
the kissing disease.
There's that one girl. She's gonna give you mono. Stupid teenage bullshit. Right. Anyway, so that's Brian. All right, I'll post that later on my social. Thanks to Brian for coming on. It's in the building. Good morning. It is people that want to. Now we got to get all violent and get back to normal.
No.
It's people I want to punch
easy
Wednesday.
transition
There's
on
no
those
easy
type of days,
transition. Let me set our show back up. Jump in there with a super chat if you want to. You can tip us through super chat if you so choose to do so. You can also donate through Buy Me a Coffee. The buymeacoffee.com link's already up. And so let's get rolling. Let's get violent and start punching folks. Anybody you want to punch today right off the top?
Yeah, I got to punch the idiot Yankee fans that decided to try and steal the baseball out of Mookie Betts' glove last night, only to get ejected. Like, if it's a 7-year-old, 9-year-old, 10, 12, hell, a teenager. Mm-hmm. But grown men at sporting events behaving like that. Like, Yankee fans, we already don't think very highly of y'all, especially the ones from up there. Like, we don't think y'all are the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
And then you do, like, again, it's one thing like to go Bartman. It's like it's up for grabs. And even then,
poor Bartman. He was just naturally reacting.
He was reacting, and we don't want to get into that game, but there was a lot of other mistakes they made, but they blamed Bartman.
Yeah.
But that's even, I guess, acceptable. But the ball is in Mookie Betts' glove, and they're trying to rip it out. Like, it's right. The ball costs.
They're trying to be good fans.
You could get that
down 3-0, trying to help the ball club.
You could get that ball at the gift shop for $4, bro.
Or were they trying to be a 10th man? And I don't know. That was a foul ball, wasn't it? Though was that in foul territory? Yeah. So there's no need to do that. That was jackassery. I've been to 2 Yankee games back at the old ballpark before they tore it down. Yeah, and it was awesome. I mean, it's 50,000 drunk New York men going apeshit with every pitch. And I went in August and they're playing Tampa Bay, and it was in the heyday, early 2000s, probably 2005 maybe, when they had Jeter and Mariano Rivera and whoever, Giambi, and those super teams they had. And it was awesome. But yeah, they do get out of line. And everybody will tell you when we go to Yankee Stadium, it's different. But these aren't. I'm not saying they're smart, but I mean, like they didn't get those seats. You didn't get them seats for less than $5,000 a pop.
They've gone down that one after they went 3-0, but still.
Okay, $4,000 a pop.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What a dumbass. And he'll probably never be allowed back in the ballpark. Stupid, man. All right, I want to punch Detroit Lions wide receiver Jamison Williams.
Why? Because he carries a gat?
Well, let's see. Because he carries a gat without a license 2 weeks after he gets popped for PEDs and gets suspended, and then a year after he got suspended last season for gambling. You don't get 3 mulligans. He's a dumbass, and he's super talented, and he kicked the Cowboys' ass a few weeks ago. He's great.
He was kicking Trayvon Diggs' ass.
He violates gambling policy, has to sit for a bunch of games. He gets popped 2 weeks ago for PEDs, stood up in the locker room and apologized to the team, took blame, took responsibility. Okay, that's fine. I need to grow up. I need to get my shit together. And 2 weeks later, we're getting arrested for having a gun underneath the seat in the car. I mean,
Well, he should. If he lived in Texas, he wouldn't need a license.
yeah, he's in Michigan. And now the cops are in trouble because like the two cops that pulled him over for letting him go because they arrested him, put him in the back seat and everything, handcuffed him. And then, got to talking. I guess his brother was with him. The brother's like, no, those are my guns. Those are my guns. It's not him. He didn't know.
Good job, brother.
And so the cops, they uncuff him, let him out of the car and tell him, all right, y'all go home. Have a good night. But now the commissioner and the people that run the Detroit PD are like, that was bullshit. He should have been taken downtown. He should have been taken in. And a warrant's been issued now. And the cops are under investigation for letting a celebrity go. And you get this big, here at the Detroit Police Department, no one in our community is above the law, not even a member of the Lions. Well, he was last week when y'all let him go. Look, man, I'm not anti-gun at all, as long as you do it safely and legally. But he had a loose gun just underneath the seat.
Yeah,
What are you doing, man?
I
What's
I get why celebrities carry.
They had two guns in the car.
Yeah, I get why they carry guns. Just do it right.
Yeah, right. So
I get it. It's a crazy world we live in. You probably driving a really nice car.
Yep.
I get it. Then just go through the proper steps.
yeah, I don't think he has license to carry in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
That's
people
the
don't.
dumbass thing.
I think
about
a lot of people don't know that. Like, okay, your Texas license doesn't travel because every state's different.
Every state's different. Yeah, silly.
Shout out.
Did the cop really have a Lion screensaver on his phone? He was a fanboy. I need confirmation, Jeremy. We need two more sources to say that. But Punch Jamison Williams, whether or not he had bad intentions or shouldn't be carrying a gun, after what you've been through, after what you put your organization through, his ass is going to be lucky if he's on the team next year.
And you also have Goodell has the power to invoke conduct detrimental to the league
Anytime he wants.
Yeah, even though, because remember Zeke Elliott, when Jerry was mad at Goodell,
Yep.
Zeke wasn't found guilty of anything.
Nope.
But Goodell
Not even
said,
charged.
Right, but Goodell said it's still conduct detrimental to the Shield.
Right. Which is bullshit.
It is, but
the
Players Association agreed to it. They gave Goodell that power.
Well,
now you got to deal with it.
You're right. The weakest big-time pro sports union in the world is the NFL Players Association.
By far.
By far. Not even close. It's Orlando Kill. He is the strongest family lawyer in our city by far. 210-775-4995. If you need a family lawyer, our guy is Orlando Kill. I am a client. You should be too. We've had several subscribers and viewers over the last year-ish reach out to Orlando. I just talked to someone a couple of weeks ago whose brother's going through this, hired Orlando. Orlando's our guy. If you are in need of a family services lawyer, he handles all family business. You can email him directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com.
Good Lord, who is Brian Ramirez? He just followed me. He's got 63,000 followers.
LG's known Brian.
Filmmaker.
Jump in here, Lawrence. You've known Brian a long time. Nina's known him for a long time. What all has Brian? I said he's been in media for a long time. Give me some specifics.
He's got some movies he's directed. He's a director, producer,
Yeah,
video editor. He edited all the Built for Business, a.k.a. Cruising Kitchens TV shows. Oh. He produced maybe the first 3 boxing matches that were thrown there. I think he produced the one that you hosted.
Oh, the one I did at the
Davies Event Center.
Yeah. No, I did it at the...
Oh, you did it at the Tobin?
No, the other one.
The Boeing.
The Boeing.
Yeah, the Boeing,
I did
whatever.
it there.
Yeah. Techport.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he produced that one.
Okay.
But all the ones at Davies he produced. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah. Brian's done a lot of stuff. He's a badass in the industry here locally for sure.
And his wife's a kick-ass producer as well. I've worked with her. I've worked with both of them. I've worked with her on Animal Planet shows.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're legit. And so when a lot of people that do what we do in town know them. And so yeah, when Nina saw that, she's just been riveted. And when I told her this morning, I just talked to Brian. He says they brought him home last night. Nina was like, "Oh, thank God." She's just been living and dying with every Brian post because Mom has not posted once through all this. Can't even imagine.
I don't blame her.
Can't even imagine.
I get it's a tough spot to be in
It's
because
hard.
you want to update people that aren't have direct contact with you,
Right.
but at the same time,
It's hard.
You're like, I don't.
What do you write?
care?
Brian's done amazing.
I'm just worried about my son, Alessandro. Like I'll update social media when he's in the clear.
Understood.
I totally understand
it
that.
It takes another strength though to be real and to be genuine and go ahead and put that out there. And we're glad Brian did, because we've been touched at our house for sure by the story and continue to be. All right. LG, did you get that email I sent you of the lady with the horn growing out of her head?
What?
No.
We'll save this for members only. It's a good way to tease members only. I've got a picture of a lady with a horn growing out of her head.
So
she a Satanist?
Check your email.
Just one single horn?
I only got the only email I got was the PowerPoint thing. But
I sent that to him.
Oh,
to LG.
okay.
I sent you the PowerPoint thing.
Okay.
Tease for members only. We have a members only coming up today. A lady with a horn growing out of her head.
Oh, I see it. I thought that was spam. It looked like clickbait.
No, I sent that.
Yeah, I see it.
LG was like, nah, that's some bullish.
Yeah.
I ain't opening that. You lucky he didn't just delete it, because he hates clutter.
I know. I just thought I'd send it to him and see if he saw it.
I got a lot of clutter in my house for someone who hates clutter.
I didn't think you would, so that's why I brought it up now, just because it was a good tease.
Let me see. Let me update y'all. Right. 9,423 unread emails.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Are you serious?
I don't know how you look at that number and don't have OCD and don't have a panic attack.
I have 0 unread emails.
Zero?
You don't delete them,
and I have
just let all the spam
I just
pile
like
up?
once it got to 1,000, it got out of hand, and so I become a hoarder.
Doesn't that clog up your phone data?
Does it?
I have 7 email addresses that I manage, and they're all
so I should
organized.
Delete these.
You should either read them or put them in a folder,
or delete all.
I organize my emails by folder. Like I have a bunch of folders here on the left-hand side, but I use a client too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's like stuff like GoFundMe, Credit Karma,
all your porn sites,
Principal Bueno, Lyft. All these clothing sites that I never
order confirmations from Amazon, shipping confirmation,
Lyft, Uber, Venmo, Equifax,
Zelle.
All of this dumb stuff.
All right,
you like seeing those Zelles though.
I know those Zelles can stay.
I'm about to. Yeah, the Zelles are fine. I'm about to jump into another edition of doing white people shit.
Okay.
Another edition of making Rudy do white people shit.
Oh, here we go.
So have you seen Aaron Rodgers' latest secret to longevity?
White people.
The overthinking Jets quarterback whose season has gone into the toilet. Didn't play worth the damn in New England.
No, he didn't.
And got called out for it by members of the Patriots.
Oh, by the Patriots?
Yeah. But Rodgers said, no, at 40 years old.
What are you doing?
That's not me.
I'm talking about what are you shaking?
I'm about to make you do some white people
Okay,
shit
let's do it.
for your health.
I'm down.
Let me teach you. I sound like a woke white guy who gentrifies the hood.
We're trying to clean it up, and you look like.
I want to teach you.
Look like if I was walked up behind you.
Teach you how to be a better person,
what
Rudy.
is this dude doing?
You've been systematically. You've been systematically discriminated against. So I'm going to help you be a better person by showing you what you should be doing. That's how woke people do when they go to gentrified neighborhoods.
I'm down. I like woke people.
So Rodgers said that his super quick ability to get back from the Achilles, and even though he's not playing well, his body feels great, and it's because he recently started doing shots of cayenne pepper.
I do those.
With water. You do?
With lemon juice.
Stop right there. I want to talk about that. So I thought, because I want us to stay in good shape. I'm older than Aaron Rodgers by 9 years.
Okay.
I want to stay in healthy shape. I brought in some shooters today. I couldn't find cayenne pepper. LG, I brought you one too. Do you ever drink these immunity boosters?
I have not.
All right. I was assuming you'd say this was white people shit. So at HEB, Whole Foods has a better selection.
Okay.
This is they didn't have cayenne pepper today, unfortunately, but I brought you a booster because I care about. I need you to stay healthy if I'm going to get rich. We all need to stay healthy if we're all going to get rich. So what I have for us today is Vive Organic Original Ginger and Turmeric. Do you like ginger?
Yes. I don't like it, but I know it's a necessary evil.
It's good. I'm about to give you a week's worth of this stuff in one shot.
It's a week's worth in just this?
What your body needs is, and about this now you don't have to eat ginger all week.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Turmeric, which is a Middle Eastern spice, is one of the best things on the planet.
It's like hair, skin,
lots
everything,
and
right?
lots of research and data.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is it turmeric or turmeric?
In my country it's turmeric.
Turmeric.
I always
Turmeric.
say
I've
turmeric.
never heard turmeric.
Turmeric.
Whatever. It's
All right,
healthy.
whatever.
You won't get a tumor if
I
you
just
I
drink
drink
your
this shit all
turmeric.
the time.
Look at your text,
Good.
LG.
Yeah.
I just text you, LG. I want you
Anyway,
to
so
post
in
my
honor of
shot.
Aaron Rodgers, trying to turn the Jet season around, overthinking Aaron Rodgers, who spends 3 days in a freaking teepee thinking he's going to find enlightenment, smoking ayahuasca or whatever the hell you do to. How do you take ayahuasca?
I don't know.
Pop it, you smoke it. I don't-
Smoke it.
Yeah, out in Peru, you smoke it.
Shit, yeah, smoke it.
All right,
And so instead, this is how you know we're getting old. Instead of whiskey on a Wednesday, it's
It's
ginger
wheatgrass
and turmeric.
Wheatgrass Wednesday.
Wheatgrass
or what?
Wednesday.
No, it's ginger. It's ginger and turmeric.
So I gotta shoot
turmeric
this whole
Wednesday.
thing.
Shoot it, baby. Let's go.
all the nasty shots I've taken in my life. Why not?
Salud.
Woo, that ginger hits your tongue.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
Yeah. That ginger spicy.
Yeah, it is, man. Need some water.
Good morning, Juan Garcia. 3 coffees. Appreciate you. Want a hardcore punch Yankee fan for yelling what, LG? It went away on my end.
Second.
I think somebody was messing with Freddie Freeman last night during the cancer promo.
Juan Garcia says, "Good morning, fellas. I want a hardcore punch Yankee fan for yelling at Freddie Freeman that he sucks during the stand up for cancer bit."
Yeah, and he had his mom on his. He wrote my mom.
Freddie was holding the cancer poster for his mom. Fuck Yankee fan and fuck cancer. Go Dodgers. Go buy a couple of quarts of Modelo.
All right, can I defend that fan just a little bit?
No.
I'm going to anyway. That was a shitty thing to do.
Very.
To scream at Freddie Freeman. In defense, the fan didn't know what was on Freddie's sheet. But still, in that moment where everyone's standing up, holding their signs, I stand up for my dad, stand up for my neighbor. Freddie Freeman standing up for my mom. Can I just, and I've said this for 10 years, they've been doing this for 10 years in the World Series.
Okay.
We're in the middle of the World Series. You know, it's the Dodgers and the Yankees. 10 million people are watching this. It's the height of it's the most advanced, highest level baseball on planet Earth. A world championship literally on the line last night for the Dodgers. All of this emotion, all this hype, 50,000 New Yorkers going ape shit in a massive sporting event, historic proportions. Why do we need to stop down for 2 minutes to do that?
Come on,
and
Mike.
completely deflate the mood.
Only because it's October.
I look, we've all been touched by cancer.
Yes.
I lost my grandmother to cancer. You know, we're all going to lose someone to cancer. It's horrible.
Unfortunately, yes, that's true.
But do we need to stop down in the middle of the World Series and to completely just pop a needle in the mood? It's weird that they do that. And I've said that every year for 10 years, and I always get crushed for it. And I've not changed my tune at all.
So
There's a time and place
so
for that.
you think maybe we could do it before the game?
What are we going to stop the Indy 500? Ooh, cars are all going to stop. Guy's going to get out mid-track and hold up the sign. It's fucking Indy 500. Let's just pause in the middle of the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl. Oh, timeout. Grrr, let's all stand up. 17-7. 49ers and Chiefs going to the wire again. Super Bowl 65. Back here live. Now let's stop down and think about all of our dead relatives. I'm not trying to be an asshole. But I'm trying to watch the Super Bowl. I'm trying to watch the World Series, man. Can I not think about my dead grandma until later? Who's with me on this?
You got elephant balls.
That's
for the
bullshit.
take.
Don't fuck up my World Series. This is my escape from reality. This is why, and I know you hate this.
What's that?
People tell ball players, shut up and dribble. Shut up and just play baseball.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop, I don't want to hear about Donald Trump anymore. I want to watch the Spurs. I understand that from the perspective of I'm trying to get away from my daily reality.
Sure.
You are in the entertainment business. You are entitled to give your opinion like every other American. But to use your platform in the middle of a game, I didn't pay $800 to come in here so we can all get yelled at over Donald Trump, or you can jump my ass because I booed Kawhi Leonard. Sorry, shut up and coach. Why are we get sports have been fucked up enough as it is the last 15 years because of social issues. And that's fine. And a lot of them I'm for. I was pro Kaepernick all the way, and I was proven right because the league paid him to go away because they knew they blackballed him, and they'd have to pay him a hell of a lot more having he gone to court and sued their asses. So on that one, I was pro Kaepernick.
Because it was peaceful.
You have a right to do whatever the hell you want to do. Why are we stopping down the World Series, though? That chaps my ass. Great. Let me think about my mom who just passed 3 weeks ago. I don't want to watch baseball now. I'm going to bed. I'm completely ruined my entertainment level.
That angle of it makes sense.
Thank you. I know that's asshole-ish.
I don't think he should talk shit to Freddie in that moment.
The fan
talk shit to the Major League Baseball.
Punch. I know. This has nothing to do with that. That was dumb.
Right.
Drunk New Yorker. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you suck, Freddie Freeman. Yeah. That's stupid.
Get the fuck out of here.
But should they be stopping the game down anyway in the first place?
Fair.
How do I go on now? It's okay. It's like I feel like Tom Brenneman. Well, there's a ground ball to short. That'll be 2 outs, And not that I condone what Tom said. It's just you get into that. It's like now I don't want to watch baseball. I'm going to bed.
I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
It just deflates the moods. And when did they do it last night? Middle of the game. By then you've had 3 beers and you're settling for the night. You don't want to think about that, man. I want to watch ball. So from that standpoint, I don't want that. And it's like when I stop, a lot of times you'll have like those pregame packages like before a football game. Like Tom Rinaldi, he's so good at making me cry before a football game. I'm like, God damn, man. Can I not have a Sunday? Can I deal with reality Monday through Friday? On Sunday, I want to watch the NFL. And 5 minutes before kickoff, Fox shows, here's Tom Rinaldi with the young child at St. Jude's who's a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes. And here's video of Patrick coming to the hospital to give a Chiefs jersey to the baby, and let's talk to the mom and all that kind of thing. Now back to the kickoff, and here's the cheerleaders and their titties, and let's drink some beer. You know what I'm saying?
Rinaldi is the king.
I hate Tom Rinaldi for that. He makes my ass, but at least it's pre-game.
Pre-game.
I can choose not to watch it in the middle of the game.
Charlie Hernandez says
I'm forced to watch that.
Says it was awkward when watching that on TV. Got out of the mood. Charlie just wants to agree with you.
It is. It's mood shaking, and it brings massive awareness. I get, but although this leads to me down another rabbit hole.
What's that?
It's political. We are not. I don't know what. We're not racing for a cure. We're not trying to find cures.
No.
We're trying to find better treatment. Because if we cure these things, then we don't make no money.
The $97 billion is gone.
I'm cynical, but it's for good reason.
No, definitely. No, I agree with you 100% on that. Because we don't push diet and exercise. We push medicine.
Correct. Let's not fat shame him. Let's keep him fat.
Right.
Let's find a better way to make
him on the insulin.
Correct.
Instead of telling him, hey,
correct,
you don't have to eat a large
and make
fry
money
every time.
off of him.
Right.
Yeah. Ugh, golly. I know I'm a jerk, total jerk, but I don't like in the middle of the World Series. I don't want to think about that stuff. There's a better time for that, but they do it to get max eyeballs so they can raise a lot of money so they can come up with better ways to treat cancer rather than cure it because ain't nobody trying to cure it.
Amen.
Isaac III with a $20 donation. No, it's not the topic, but blank Dylan Brooks. I see your point on the cancer segment, but yeah, okay. I'm not.
No,
I don't.
You don't mean no harm.
Why are we afraid? All I'm doing is saying what lots of y'all are thinking. I just have the guts to say it. Y'all are thinking it, so you got the bad karma for thinking it. Just because I said it, don't make my karma worse. You got bad karma too, Isaac, because you agree with me.
That shot wasn't
Thanks
bad.
for the money. It's good, huh? I was going to bring cayenne pepper, but I couldn't. Okay, so you drink cayenne?
Look at that's what me and my wife take in the mornings.
Oh,
Little lemon juice, little cayenne pepper.
Okay, all right. I bet that keeps you regular.
The cayenne pepper is for blood flow. It's a lot of things.
This
It's
is
a
what
lot.
Aaron Rodgers has been
Cayenne
doing.
pepper it has a lot of health benefits. Yeah, it does make you go, but it helps your blood, the vessels open up, so you keep your blood pressure.
The butt vessels?
The blood vessels.
Oh.
Open up. So yeah, we try to do those,
Oh, that's nice.
3-4 times a week, and when I can remember. But I need to use regular organic lemons. I just cheated that last week with the lemon juice.
Master of Mixes. I know where you got that.
You know where I got that.
You got that at Texas Cheer
That's
Liquor,
a great
the
segue.
official
You see
liquor
that?
store
You see that?
in
Who
the
can
building.
do that?
We're professionals. There's 7 locations, 6 in San Antonio, 1 in Bernie. You got today. Excuse me, I'm burping my shot back
I know.
up. You got today.
It's rumbling in the stomach already, though.
And tomorrow, you got DeLola 750s, all flavors. The J-Lo booze, $16.99. Normally it's $29.99. Also until the end of close of business tomorrow, you got still Austin Bourbon and Rye for just $39.99. Normally it's $49.99. Wine specials on the screen there. Take advantage of the October specials before October comes to an end. And for Texas Cheer, it comes to an end tomorrow night at 9 o'clock when they close. Then we'll have new specials, I'm sure, for the next month. But in the meantime, those are some ideas. If you're having a little party for Halloween, maybe tomorrow night, maybe you want one of them sweet lit kits.
You want the lit kit? They're doing a real cool shoot today with the lit kit with a big time influencer here in town. Mm-hmm. He's I want to say at store number 9 right now. They started at 10. Mm-hmm. That's why I wasn't able to make it because we wanted to get a morning show in. But
oopsies.
It's fine.
That's why 80 ain't watching us.
All he need to do is share it. All I got to do is share it.
Cheating on us, huh? I see.
Yeah, okay. He's cheating on us a little bit.
Okay.
He's cheating on us with a guy about 300,000 followers.
He still loves us, but
he still loves us.
Yeah,
but
I understand.
We're expensive.
Lit kit.
I saw that there's 12 million influencers in America that actually get paid. I think it's the most sought after gig in America right now. Like if you ask most kids under 20 what they want to do, 85% of them will tell you they want to be they think they could be an influencer or a gamer or whatever. And I have no problem with it because we wanted to be athletes, then we wanted to be rappers, then we wanted to be media personalities. Mm-hmm. Now the job to do is post on your social and get paid to do it. I think I read 12 million people actually make a living as influencers, which is it's a big number to me.
Oh, since I'm being very cynical today and talking about all my scams,
shit, here we go.
The college education bullshit.
Well,
it's a matter of time. Matter of time before you see universities with social media influencer majors.
If they don't already have it, they have
probably do.
You get gaming scholarships now. Sure. Some colleges,
absolutely. Juan Garcia, it's between innings. They have 3 minutes and 30 to fill. Come on, man! Not like they stopped at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Might as well. Let's just stop down right now.
Who donated those coffees?
It deflates the mood.
Yeah, it did.
It does. It just does. Who bought coffee, LG? I missed it.
Agapito.
Agapito. Long-time subscriber.
Bought about 3 coffees. He's out driving around West Texas roads. He says, thank you for keeping him company on the empty roads. He must be dropping off loads out there to Odessa.
Yeah.
For them oil field boys.
Well, it's not pulling up for some reason.
That's all good, but I know it's Agapito's 3 coffees.
Got him.
He's happy we're on right now while he's alone on those West Texas roads, not Seguin roads.
That cayenne shot stem sure isn't working for Aaron Rodgers. He's terrible and he's a stubborn asshole. I didn't say. It's just keeping him healthy, you know. I know the Jets are horrible.
No, this is good for you, man. If I could afford it, I'd get a 2-month case of these.
Yeah, it's good. The Jets have more leaks than the Iraqi Navy. They're terrible, and I'm happy to see it because they've been overrated since the day he walked in the door. I knew they were going to suck this year. In our preseason picks, I had them last in the division, and I'm going to be right.
Yeah, Buffalo's running away with that thing.
You stick the same roster in Cleveland, no one's picking them because it says New York on the helmet. Oh, New York, the Jets, Super Bowl contenders. No, they're not. Rodgers blew his Achilles tendon now. He's not going to be the same. I don't care if he got back in 3 weeks. He's not going to be the same. And he's 40.
Speaking of AFC East, do you think it'll be a 30-year drought for the Patriots like it's been for the boys? It's not easy to replace Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Yes, they're going to be bad for a long time.
Yeah.
It's
unfortunate.
And
nobody's immune to it.
Nope. Mr. Kraft won't be with us a whole lot longer. I mean, he's 80.
He gets them rubbed out once in a while, so he'll be fine.
That'll probably be what causes him to choke out. He's going to run into the wrong lady. She's going to do it too good. He's going to
Croak.
yep.
Give the man a hand.
Fight through it.
Who wants to partner up on this show and join people like Orlando Kell, Texas Cheer? If you want to advertise on this amazing show, because we are an influencing show that makes money. We're one of the 12 million. Yes, we're influencers. We're one of the 12 million. Yeah, you know how many people have gone to Texas Cheer and bought booze because you told them to?
$700 worth the other day.
You know how many people have called Orlando and had him do their divorce? You know how many houses we've sold for Jay? And on down the line. Look, there's a list right there of just some of the many over the years. R&R Auto Glass. Remember Car Zeus? We helped get them launched.
I got Car Zeus a lot. I made Car Zeus some money.
Multiple roofing companies. Multiple attorneys over the years, personal and family. Remember, I spent 10 years with Jamie Shaw. Methodist Hospital System. We got a field sponsored over there for them.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Jay just signed papers with another in the building subscriber last week. Slackers signed a year deal with us in advance. The Gamblers, they reached when the Gamblers needed attention in San Antonio. Jay, they called us. Big Bib Barbecue.
You did business with Big Bib for years.
Years I did business with them. Price Chevrolet, they jumped on board and they were having some specials at the beginning of the football season. They jumped on. Sunburst Gymnastics. They just opened up their second location. You're welcome. Nate.
What up, Nate?
Oh, man. Annie G the third. So if you want to do stuff with us, reach out to us. We're down. We are influencers. And there's there just 10 examples of how we're influencers. Doing business with us works. What's up? Chuck's81 bought 3 coffees. Keep on influencing, fellas. Thank you. Annie G the third, $20. Hi, Annie. Matching Isaac's gift. Thank you, Annie, very, very much. So if you're interested in doing business with us, reach out to me or Rudy or LG or all three of us. And if you got the money, we got the time. And then you're going to make more money because of us. Watch. It's a partnership. We're a small business. We don't go without our sponsors. We don't go without our viewers.
Oh, yeah, you forgot to put a Rusty on there.
Years and years with Doc Garrett.
We forgot.
I made Doc Garrett a radio star.
We could, yeah, you did. You actually did. We could actually do an hour on everybody that we've made money.
For sure. And we're not bragging. These are facts.
No, we're just letting you know and
tell you the truth.
Ask all of them. If you're worried, ask any of them.
That's right.
Email them, tweet them, or whatever. Ask them if doing business with Rudy, Mike, and LG works.
It absolutely does. Absolutely does. All right, what else today? Show brought to you in part by, speaking of slackers, let's just get them a mention then. 5 locations in town. The official studio sponsor, the official sports bar in the building, the Slackers, sports, drinks, and games. 5 locales all over the city. St. Mary's downtown. You got one up on Fred Road at the Med Center. You got one by North Star Mall over on Rector. One over here on Nacogdoches. Got one at Thousand Oaks. 5 locations, and Slackers always has cool stuff coming up.
And tonight, because they probably realize, people got stuff to do tomorrow with the kiddos. Tonight they're having the Wizard of Oz party at the Slackadocious location, a $200 beer pong tournament, sign-ups, and free pizza at 9 p.m., raffle tickets, giveaways if you have a costume. And DJ Dom Wolf will be in the mix. That's the Wizard of Oz party, Slackadocious, and $200 beer pong tournament. So you don't got to wear a costume, but if you do, there's going to be a raffle and prizes for it. So head out to Slackadocious tonight and party with those good people and dance away to the tunes of DJ Dom Wolf.
Wouldn't America be served properly if we all got to see Rudy dressed up like the Cowardly Lion?
I don't know. I think I probably want to be the Tin Man.
The Tin Man? You got more of that lion's hulking body though.
But he was a little biatch.
Yeah, he was a little biatch. But didn't he found his courage at the end?
And what, Tin Man was the heart?
Yeah, he didn't have a heart.
He didn't have a heart.
Yeah, Scarecrow didn't have. What was his thing?
I don't remember.
Brain. Oh yeah.
Which
Brain.
one? The one that sticks out for me is the Diana Ross one.
The Wiz.
Was that Diana and Michael?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
I think
vaguely. So true or false? Did a dwarf hang himself or not and it went over the video. It went over and was actually shown on the movie.
Sure as hell looks like it.
Sure as hell looks like it.
They said it was just a prop.
Bull crap.
The young man got up on that tree and jumped off.
Well,
with a rope.
not to mention that the fake snow they used was 100% asbestos. They poured it on everybody.
He just
Yeah.
killed himself faster.
Dude, my grandfather, I think all of our grandfathers have got asbestos poisoning.
Oh, my dad literally died of it.
Yeah, my grandfather had it.
Is it mesothelioma?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez.
My mom gets a check from the U.S. Navy because of it.
Wow.
What,
'Cause
monthly?
they sued, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
outstanding.
You remember those commercials back in the day?
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have mesothelioma,
I got some
call
checks.
blah,
I got
blah,
a
blah.
check or two, really small. Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing significant.
I got
because
some,
there's
like-
so many people that
I got
got to
like
pay.
two really small checks because my biological father dealt with it. There was a place called Tyler Pipe that a lot of the men in Tyler worked at. That a lot of them got that type of. Wasn't again, a couple $100.
Right.
Nothing
I
significant.
bet Rudy laid a lot of Tyler Pipe.
I was gonna say, was
I
that your
did.
porn name or?
Tyler Pipe,
company.
that place employed half the city. Tyler Pipe and then Train, the AC company. If you work at Tyler Pipe or you work at Train, or you move to Dallas,
Everything's sex with him.
it's fine. We love it.
It sells.
It's straight. It
sells.
totally does. Which I'm glad you do it. All right.
Ask the hub. It's little person, sir.
What did I
says,
said dwarf. I didn't say the other. I didn't call. I don't say the M word
I
anymore.
don't say the M word either.
I got called out
By who?
by a little person one time.
They ran up on you.
Have I not told you the story? I took my grown kids when they were little, took them to Chuck E. Cheese. Over here off of, there was a Chuck E. Cheese, I think, over here off of,
Yeah.
oh man, 410 and some such. Thank you, Herb. Can you guys give me a link to become a member?
I think LG posted like 4 times a show, but maybe we'll post it again.
Post a link to become a member. Right now, we need all the members we can get. Thank you, Herb. So take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, sitting there minding my own business. And this dude comes over. Hey, are you Mike? Oh, hey, man, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Hey. He's like an assistant manager at Chuck E. Cheese, about this tall. And I was happy to. I was happy. I was like, oh, cool. Maybe this guy will give me a little discount or something.
A little discount.
Okay, dude. It didn't even
said
cross
it.
my mind, but
You
that's not what I was
said
thinking. He, in a very polite way, a very sweet way, explained to me why the M word is offensive and how little person or dwarf. Now, that depends on what you have, because there's something called dwarfism.
Right.
Then there's some sort of thing that ends in the word plasia. It's different. He had the one that ended in plasia and wanted to inform me that little person's fine. And I told him, you know what? Little person sounds goofy. Y'all need
does.
a better name than that.
Little person
He's like,
sounds
he told me,
offensive.
I agree, but midget's way more offensive than little person. I'm like, you know what? Dude, I appreciate you coming over, honestly. And I'll stop saying it. And I have not said
What,
it
he
since.
heard you say the M word?
On the ticket all the time.
Oh, he was a Thunderdomer.
Big time. Oh yeah, he saw us coming and he came right over. Oh, he was all excited, took a picture, a whole bit. But then, love you, huge fan, listen every day.
Could
Can
you
we
see
take
him
a
in the
picture?
picture or
So
just on the top?
I had him on my shoulders, Rudy. I mean, golly, you know what? You know who makes these jokes? Short people like us. No,
Not
dude.
cool.
Took a photo with a guy and then ...
Did you kneel down though?
Let me explain to you.
No, I'm serious. Like,
I think we were sitting in the booth.
okay.
I'm trying to tell a story here of a sweet ending where I had some of the heathen sucked out of me. Not a happy ending, a sweet one. Oh, Herb figured it out. That a boy, Herb. Thank you, man. Nice work. Yeah, by the way, there's Q for all y'all if you're not members watching right now that are in the chat. There's the link right there. LG just posted it. It's $6 a month. That's it. You get all members exclusive material that we do. So shout out to that little dude that was working at Chuck E. Cheese all those years ago. I'm sure he's gone now. He was young, probably 28, 29. But anyway, that's it, man. So I don't say M. I have a lot of heathen in me. And even to this, I'm still to this day working on the ghetto and the body.
We were born in the era where a lot was.
I was also and raised by my mom.
We did a lot of and said a lot of stupid things that don't fly today.
Right. And
blame our era.
90% of the time, I don't even know that it's offensive. I'm just speaking like I always have.
Right.
So, are we going to be the old men? They're like, oh, that's Grandpa Rudy. Don't mind him. He's from a different time.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like the old guy, he's like, well, he's 90. Of course he's racist.
At one point, though, is that no longer an excuse?
Yes, it's no longer an excuse.
We passed that.
Yeah, like, come on.
But there's going to be stuff for you and me. You watch when we're 80. Oh, that's Grandpa Rudy. He's
well,
we've
already been taught right and wrong, so we have no choice but to change if we want to survive.
Yeah, you have to evolve. No, I've evolved big time. There's so many things. How much
did we use the F word growing up as kids? Every other word.
Every other word. Yeah.
If you did anything, you missed a jump shot. F word.
I'll tell you this though: society has made it way easier for kids to use it all the time now, though.
You know, we're living in a society.
Like, I never dropped the F-bomb at school in front of my teachers.
Which F-bomb?
Fuck.
Oh.
All the time. In front of my...
I didn't cuss in front of
my teachers.
Or parents.
When I... At school, teaching, if I crack down on every time I hear the F word in class, we won't get the class done. I just gave up. These kids now,
we didn't cuss in front of.
It's so prominent. They can't stop. It's a habit.
We didn't cuss in front of parents.
No,
or damn sure not teachers.
That's right. We damn sure didn't get my opinion neither in front of my grandma. My grandma was talking to grown folks. My ass was quiet.
Watch the language, little boy.
If I got asked a question, I would answer to the best of my abilities. But otherwise, I stayed in my lane. These teenagers now don't stay in their lane.
No, my 5-year-old, my wife and my mother-in-law be having a conversation. My 5-year-old would just run up in between them. Mom. Mm-hmm. That shit used to get you not cursed out, but my mom be like, you don't see me talking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't see me talking? I'm like, damn, I done got soft. My mom
some of that's
jumped
fine.
my ass for that.
We need to bring some of that back.
Right.
We needed to get rid of a lot.
Right.
I've evolved. There's so many things I used to say on the radio show that I don't say anymore ever to anybody. And
You don't even do the hot chicks thing no more.
No, I don't do it.
It was pretty popular. I had a lot of clicks.
I know. Why do you think I got extensions every 2 years? Then they cracked down on it and we got mad.
Oh, I thought you just matured and was like, no,
they cracked down on it. But I wouldn't be doing it anymore anyway.
Yeah,
50 years old, man. There's stuff you can do at 30 you can't be doing at 50. All right, that's it. We're done.
Members, 30 minutes.
For now, we're done because at 11:30 we're going to have members only. So become a member now. Coming up, the lady with the goat horn.
Yeah.
And I got some thoughts on ex-wives who get knocked up by new people.
We gotta talk about her.
Yeah. And the Cowboys are officially a cartoon. How fitting. And anything else that comes up down the deal. All right, members only at 30. See y'all in a minute. Love you hard.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.